The Iceland episodes are going to stand on their own as a kind of like a little mini trip and a little mini series, but the upcoming German bit, I'm just going to throw that in with Sink or Swim because this is literally a vacation for me. I'm going to be doing a lot of computer work that I need to do for my stuff. I'm also going to be enjoying a lot of beer, some brown fried things that Mellie hates, and I'm going to be getting to know more about Mellie, which is the big, I think, focus here. We've heard that Mellie is from every corner of the globe. We've heard speculation as far as Eastern Europe. Some people think you're Greek. I've seen Greek has popped up a lot, yeah. South African, actually, one time, which I think that person might just be crazy. But you want to tell people where you're actually from?
No.
Well, I guess you have to keep watching the episode and you'll find. How special. Yes, much space. To meet Mellie's father. So you can see I'm wearing my least threatening good boy outfit. I would call it the Cowsby outfit, but that's turned out to be a little bit more threatening than we're going for here. A little bit.
409. Lots of parking.
I should have figured. One American car here. It's even got an Alberta license plate.
Every moment felt confused. I couldn't stop it, and now I admit I lost myself in your walls. Oh, I lost myself in your walls. Oh, help me get out of here, girl. Oh, I lost myself in your walls.
Das Bett liegt unten drunter. Ja?
Wie?
Hier unten drunter, das kann ich auseinanderbauen. Das liegt unten drunter.
This is not mine. This room
Das
has
kannst du ruhig weghängen.
significantly changed ever since I lived here.
Where's all the teen boy band posters?
Where's all? Well, you see, some horse. My bed used to be in this corner, and
Hier
the
ist ein Kisten.
desk used to be here.
It's all wrong. It's
So
all
it's all
changed.
wrong. And I definitely, I don't know. This is a
Probably
bit
would
weird.
have figured out a lot of your childhood problems there.
Ja, ich bin ja da.
Ja, hi. Hi.
Sag mal Brot, achso.
Hab ich
Sag mal
schon.
Toast. Fang doch mal an.
Hier ist ein Bier. Nee, das ist ein
So I've been trying to practice my German. It's not been very good. I don't know the majority of what's going on. Good boy, Troy.
Der gewöhnt sich.
He's a good boy, Troy. Don't worry.
Mach ich mal mit. Hellboy. Komm her.
I always want you right here. I need you close, I need you dear. When you're gone, it always gets weird. When you're gone, it always gets weird. nights just like this, sleeping in the morning and not giving a shit. Come on over, baby.
Mellie, I had no idea you were Italian. Or French.
Some people call this the better Tuscany.
The better Tuscany.
People drive better, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to Bad Dürkheim. I'll show you around, and we got coupons for the bakery, so we can get some snacks.
So in case you guys haven't picked this up, we're in Germany. I'm on vacation. This has been absolutely delightful. We've already been here for 48 hours and I've done a lot of eating, drinking some good beer, and pretty much nothing else. Actually, no, I've edited some videos and I've finally caught up on my emailing and other like little domestic chores that I just never seem to get done. And it feels really, really good.
Oh, I'll walk you home, but stay tonight. Oh, I'll walk you home, but stay tonight.
This is Mellie's smoke spot.
It was a teenager, yeah, the bench here, and then der Stein, the stone. Because you have a gorgeous view at night and you can hang out and it can be loud and nobody cares. There's not much to do.
Punk rock and cigarettes. Okay.
Over, baby, I need someone to kiss, and someone can only be, and someone can only be, and someone can only be you.
We're eating a German-French specialty because we're close to the French border here, and it's called Flammkuchen. So it's a mix between a very thin pizza and crepe, maybe. So it can be, it's mostly hearty, but it can also be sweet. Yeah, delicious. These are the salines. I don't really know how to say it in English, but it's basically thin branches. You see the salt water trickling down and it turns the air into basically ocean shore air, which is very healthy for your respiratory system. So people walk around and breathe in the fresh ocean air in the middle of Germany. But I mean, you live at the ocean, so you don't need this.
We're stopped real quick. This area feels a lot more like Italy than Germany. And it's also got a severe chunk of France in it. I don't know, it just, you're close to all, you're not that far from Italy. You're very close to France. And we're just chilling under a 900-year-old chapel just here because it's Europe. This is after Romans, but still.
But the Romans were the first to cultivate this area and cultivate the wine.
Right. So we'd have passed some 2,000-year-old relics, just laying in gardens and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the old stuff here.
Wow.
If you hold my breath, then I'll hold yours. You can suffocate my lungs. If you'll take my lips, then I'll speak your words. We can interlock our tongues. I don't know where. We can disappear. If you go
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You might notice this sweet Dutch Army jacket with an American patch on it. Ignore that. Anyway, the point is that Mellie's dad, who is a retired German Army vet, has a lot of stuff to hand down, and he's been handing stuff down to Mellie for ages, which is why she dresses like a 1970s army brat. But I got to cash in on that, and there's a lot of sick stuff. So basically, I have an entire check luggage bag just full of gear I'll be wearing for the next year. So I want to give a big danke to Wolfgang. Danke, Wolfgang. All right, Mellie's taking us on another walking tour today, though. So where are we going, Mellie?
We're going to Karlstadt, which is a tiny little village. I lived there for 10 years, but it's also the original home of a couple of big successful American families. So we'll see. This little village is famous for having 100 different kinds of wine, so we can try some of them.
We can disappear if you go over there.
So there's one family.
The ones that stayed here make wine. The ones that went to America started ketchup.
I mean, really, 50-50 there. What's the saying, Mellie? Age is like a fine ketchup? Yeah, that's me.
Ketchup.
Is it the house you used to live in?
Yeah, 23A. Up there was my room. All my dead pets are buried here. This is pet cemetery. Garbage bins, I used to hide in there.
That's your garbage.
Garbage was out, I was in there.
This might look very, very fancy, but the nice thing about this area and about Germany in general is it's actually like half to a quarter of the price that we paid in Iceland. So we're gonna eat like kings here.
It's here, it's also local. So that's half dry. That's a half dry one, yeah.
Okay. After, you know, a nice little lunch, we had to stop by for a wine tasting. Which basically means we got to drink a bunch of free wine, bought 2 bottles and a pack of wine gums for $10. Hell yes. Good morning from the German forests. We're gonna go check out some castles today, so I'm just gonna cue up a montage and look at some things I ain't gonna see in North America.
Built it up, then knocked it down. Watched her walk out the door and then drop to the ground. A kiss and a shrug. Is that what you meant by love? Nights like these feel so long. When you switch the lights off just to turn them back on. The cord won't plug. Is that what you meant by love?
Right away and cooks and has this weird shape.
She wasn't wrong about me. Wasn't wrong. The morning's far away, but I can't sleep. She's
gone. It's the grave, the cemetery, basically. So this is called hopes and shit.
songs to fix broken hearts. Private thoughts become facts when you speak just to talk. Words yell from above. Is that what you meant by love?
Alright, we saw a castle that was 1,000 years old. We saw a 1,000-year-old church. Now we're checking out some 2,000-year-old Roman ruins. Hey look, a 2,000-year-old Roman toilet.
It's comfy. Yeah, shit, chat. That's what they did back
Just
then.
have a shit, huh?
Yeah, it was a social
Why don't you
event
shit down?
back then.
Guten Morgen. Cheers. Into the party wagon, Mellie. Back in Vancouver, Mellie is about the most cautious, slow, plodding driver. It's actually been a bit of a point of contention in this relationship so far. Our motorcycle trips. Mellie always has to lead, otherwise we lose Mellie entirely.
I'd stick
the
to the
slow
speed
realm.
limit because I'm a guest in Canada.
Yes. Well, she's certainly not a guest here in Germany, and she drives like not a guest. So hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We are on for a ride. There's the driver.
Did you hear my voice? I was on the show. Was there too much noise lately on your radio? I said all the words. I was
Like a smoking pile of wreckage, we've made our way into the city. We're in Ludwigshafen, and we're going to Mannheim. And we are going to do some city stuff today.
So now they're like a lot of nice and interesting place.
Did you see the balconies?
the host laughed as I gave my speech to my photograph in a
I don't know how to pronounce that at all. This stuff, it's like a cross between Sprite and Red Bull. It's a pretty big ride. We're in Mannheim mostly to check out some parts of German culture that are more recent, including a huge Turkish population. So we're in a Turkish neighborhood right now, and we're going in for some kebab. But we're here to try out some Turkish lunch. Alright, we said goodbye to Renee for a bit. We're gonna go explore Mannheim, which is where Mellie actually got her undergrad, which is ages ago. Centuries!
2004.
A galaxy ago! You know what I was doing in 2004? I was probably in my underwear watching Dragon Ball Z.
So that's just a typical classroom. And the marble.
I couldn't see, things were blurred. The ground was shaking, the sky was breaking. You had me talking your words. My ears are ringing, my throat burns. You held me like I wasn't the right guy. Lost myself in your walls.
After walking around town, I like to stop for a little coffee. In this case, this is my first ever Turkish coffee. Oh, Turkish mocha, I should say. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Every direction seemed wrong. Every hour felt too long. Nowhere to get.
This is where the Mellie was made.
Yeah? What part of your childhood you spent here?
Oh, not childhood. That's more.
I was too old.
I was always a little bit older maybe than you. But yeah, I saw my favorite Swedish punk rock band here, and lots of traveling. You know, this is a place where small traveling bands come through.
Yeah.
Where you've been in the city center with the Tesla and Gucci and everything. Engelhorn, the biggest department store. The Jutz used to be right next to it in the city center, and they opened it in '73. It was like a part of a whole movement in Germany where everywhere small youth centers popped up because they closed down a lot of clubs for young people, and they were demanding to have a place where they can hang out. And actually one pretty conservative politician in Germany, he gave them the kick because he said like in the law it says the city has to give a place to the young people to hang out and to have a place for them, and so they took the law and said, yeah, here it is, and then they fighted for it, and now it's one of the oldest still existing self-governed youth center in Germany. In the mid-late 90s, they got kicked out of the city center. Now they have a fancy underwear store in it, and they got moved here. It used to be a garden supermarket, and then I think the Turkish supermarket, and then it was given to us to run. So the building belongs to the city, but we are pretty much free to do whatever we want. But yeah, I used to do a lot of shows here, like for 10 years or something. But the past 3 years, I've been trying to withdraw myself slowly. It's in Bavaria. It's best. The first poster.
Oh, all right, that's it with us and Renee. We're gonna head back out of the city, but it's been amazing getting the tour from this guy. This is the side of Germany that like my mom talked about, the punk rock scene that really formed who Mellie is. So like, it's been really cool for me soaking it in. Renee's got that shop. We're gonna include a link in the description. I gotta show you the goodie bag here in a second of all the stuff that we scored at his shop. So, the guy's got some style. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll leave a link in the description. Cheers! We're checking out all the things Renee hooked us up with. Renee's brand, which is We Are the Dead, has some of the coolest branding out there. But he makes a lot of patches, and he has an online shop where he sells a lot of it. And so I'm like all outfit. I got the t-shirt, I got a couple of these dope patches, you know, and I'm putting them on my new Dutch Army jacket. So we're getting all patched out. This thing's gonna look sick when it's done. Really happy. Alright, well, if you guys dig those patches and other patches like them, you can go check out Renee's shop. I'll leave a link in the description. It's cool stuff. And we'll check back in because I'm not yet leaving Germany. We've got a couple other things to do, including a wedding where I have to wear a tie. So tune in for the next episode where I wear a tie. Good night.